Hi, good morning. Good morning. This is this week's Monday morning message, and we're going to talk. The contagious leadership message this week is going to be about clarity. And I've been thinking quite a lot about clarity recently as it relates to leadership. I've been thinking about how often or how many of us have worked in organizations, for example, that were just sending unclear messages from time to time. How many organizations have we worked for that said our greatest asset is our employees, and that the most important thing we have going for us, our strongest value, is family and the sense of family we have in our organization? And yet, when it comes time to promote someone, we promote the person who's been working 90 hours a week and who sort of bowls people over and just bludgeons people to get the results. It seems like we're sending an inconsistent message. They're working so many hours, they're not seeing their family at all, and we're not treating each other like family. And it seems to me that we lack clarity, a certain amount of clarity. And we've been talking about it a lot inside of our company. We've been thinking about it. And partly it's because some of you know we've been taking ballroom dancing lessons, and we've really gotten into it in a very interesting way. And it's great fun and it's great exercise. But every time we come away from a lesson, I'm thinking about how does that apply to leadership. And I got this really bold, clear message about clarity the other day. And that is, as the leader, I had the designated leader, I have to give clear and consistent messages to my partner, Beverly, about where we're going to go, about where the next move is. And there was one particular instance where we were going to do a turn, and I was going to do a turn, and I had to bring my arm on the inside. The signal was to bring my arm on the inside because we were going to do an inside turn. And I kept bringing my arm to the outside and yet moving to the inside. It was kind of like I was faking left and going right. And Beverly was just confused. She didn't know where we were going. And you know what? It seemed to me that I started to think about how many organizations, how many leaders inside of organizations do just that. How many leaders in organizations say one thing and do another. We ask our people to go in a certain direction, and yet the following day, it's kind of like on Monday, it's, all right, everybody on the right side of the boat, and on Tuesday, it's, okay, everybody on the left side of the boat. And is it any surprise to us that today, the people we work with, the audiences that we speak to, the people in the audience, the people that we coach are more confused than they've ever been. They're more confused about the direction of the world. They're more confused about the direction of the company. They're more confused about their own direction. And a lot of it has to do with clarity. Clarity in our personal lives about who are we? What do we stand for? Clarity in our business lives. What's the manner in which we're going to conduct our business? How are we going to treat other human beings? How are we going to develop leaders inside of our organization? How are we going to serve customers? Which customers are we going to serve? And it seems to us that the great leaders, the contagious leaders, are very clear in their vision about where we're going, but also clear in their vision about how are we going to go there as leaders and inside that organization from a cultural point of view. It's a really important thing to think about. So this week, we encourage you as contagious leaders, because the contagious leaders are the ones who have nailed down clarity. They've got it nailed down. So it seems to us that this week we ought to be asking ourselves and practicing clarity. We're to ask ourselves, was I clear in that direction that I gave to the employee? Am I clear about my commitment to my organization, to my family, to my community, whatever it means? Am I really clear about that? Or are there some things that I need to sort out? Am I clear in my relationships with my employees? Am I clear in the expectations that I set for them? Where's the high bar? And am I clear on how I'm going to support them in getting where they need to be so that they can be as creative as possible? Clarity is a very, very important leadership tool, and the best among us, the contagious leaders, have it nailed down and practice it faithfully all the time. So let's do it this week. Let's practice clarity and just watch how people respond in a positive way. Productivity will improve. You'll see it. It happens all the time. Be well and be contagious.